Hi guys! Today we are going to talk about winter in Finland while I'm painting a winter Finnish landscape. So without further ado, let's get started! First thing first, I grabbed some colors that I like, and especially in this palette I miss some blues. I prepare them on my palette and then I swatch them on a watercolor paper. For today's painting, I'm going to use a photo reference of a Finnish landscape. After a quick sketch, I dive in with my Holbein Gouache color and I start the painting from the sky. So, what about Finnish winter? I will talk in particular about my impressions because this is my second winter here in Finland, and last year it was a very mild winter and it was quite unusual. The temperature were mild and they went very low just for a week. In addition, the snow situation last year was very strange because it started snowing very early at the end of November, start of December, but after that there were just few snowy days and the weather were very cloudy almost every day. So far this year was pretty different, especially in December and in the beginning of January. Around Christmas time, the temperature went down a lot and they reached -20, but they feel like -30 in some days. Also, the snow situation was very different because there were days of snowstorms. Now the situation changed again because unfortunately the temperatures are milder and the snow left the place to icy roads and sidewalks. So this was a general overview of the temperature and snow situation here in winter. But I would like to share to you my personal thoughts about the winter pros and cons here in Finland. There are so many pros about winter in my opinion. First of all, I love the snow and I love in particular go for a walk while it's snowing a lot and enjoy the landscape, especially near the seaside. I think it's quite magical and there is this unique view and colors. In the lucky days in which there is the sunset reflecting on the snow, the colors of the sky are amazing and the orangey color reflection on the snow is so inspiring for an artist. And I almost feel like inside a real painting. Another great thing about Finnish winter are the winter sports. If you are into winter sports, you can do cross-country skiing, ice skating, and of course you can grab a snow sled and slide on snow almost in every park. People also love to walk on the icy sea or lakes, and it is for sure quite an experience, but that can be very dangerous if you don't know the area and if you are not sure that the ice is thick enough. But now that we spoke about the pros, let's see the cons of the winter. If I think to the cons, one word crosses immediately my mind: darkness. I think that is hands down my biggest cons of Finnish winter. The light in winter days, especially from November till January, is so limited. And when there is no sun like 90% of the days and the sky is completely grey, it is very hard to wake up and find the energy to face the day. And yes, vitamin D helps a lot, but when you don't see the sun for 2-3 weeks in a row, it becomes very hard. Even 3 hours of sun are more than enough to change completely the day and the mood, I can assure you. The cold could be another downside, but in my experience, if you have a good clothes and if you don't stay outside for hours during colder day, you don't have particular problem to cope with that. As an artist, the cold is a big cons if you want to go outside and paint, of course. Not only because the water-based materials take ages to dry, but also paint with gloves is not ideal, and stay still to paint even for just 15-30 minutes in the colder day can be almost impossible. Another cons, in my opinion, is that winter here lasts from October till April. Usually the spring don't arrive before May. I know that everything is relative and a lot of people out there face the same winter length and also harder winter than in the south of Finland. But of course, I'm talking here about my experience coming from Italy first and then living in UK for almost 6 years. Speaking of what I'm doing in the painting here, you saw me start with the sky. Then I start to paint the snow around before I use all the blues and then the orangey color of the sunset reflection. And then I went to paint the cottage in the middle of the painting. I put down all the base colors on the painting and then go with shadows, highlight, and I finish with details as always. So that's it guys for today's video. I'm very curious, so please let me know in a comment about the winter in the place where you live. And let me know what you think about what I told you of Finnish winter. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to don't miss any other content. See you in my next video. Moi moi!